This is a wonderful day for all of us. As you know, the Prime Minister welcomed our first A330 just a little while ago when we purchased 3 brand new A330s for Fiji Airways. You also witnessed the brand change of Air Pacific to Fiji Airways. And today you are seeing a brand new aircraft being added to Pacific Sun, soon to be Fiji Link, officially from this evening. As the CEO highlighted, an airline, in particular a national airline, is critical to any country, in particular a country like Fiji, where nearly 35% of our GDP comes from tourism. And out of all the tourists that come to Fiji, over 90% or 95% of tourists come to Fiji by an aircraft. So it is very critical that a country like Fiji must have its own national airline, but an own national airline that is financially and commercially viable. You do not see any other Pacific Island country that has an airline company like ours. Fiji stands out amongst all the other Pacific Island countries. And this is something that we must capitalize on. We must build upon. The brand new ATR 72 that's come in today will in fact ensure that we have more frequency into the other Pacific Island countries. It will ensure that Fiji Airways and Fiji Link becomes the dominant company in the Pacific Islands. This is obviously very, very good for all of us. It's good, as the CEO highlighted, good for the economy. It means more dollars are coming into the country. Putting it very simply, when more dollars come into the country, we are able to build better roads, better hospitals, better schools, continue with free education. It also creates jobs. If you compare this aircraft to the ATR 42, obviously you need more crew on this. When you need more crew, you need to hire more people. It means jobs for Fijian people. It also means when the aircraft and airline is doing well, that we are able to market ourselves a lot better in the South Pacific and globally. Many of you would know that in order to go to some Pacific Island countries, the only way you can reach those countries is through Fiji. There's no other way. They don't have any other air linkages. So Fiji must capitalize on that. I would also like to highlight some of the key issues pertaining to the development of the airline industry. If you look at this airport, there's been a lot of talk about upgrading this airport. And it is critical that Nosuri Airport gets upgraded. Nosuri has really played the poor cousin to Nadi Airport. We have a wonderful relationship with the landowners in Nadi. We obviously want to develop that relationship with the landowners here by the expansion of Nosuri Airport. Through the expansion of Nosuri Airport, there'll be a couple of things that'll happen. It's not just the airport itself. Automatically, if we upgrade this airport, there are more flights that'll come into Nosuri directly, whether it's from Sydney, whether it's from other destinations. The value of all the land in this area will automatically go up. Because as you would know, that any properties around the airport, the value of that suddenly goes up. So it'll mean better returns for the landowners in the long run. It'll mean that when they lease a block of land near the airport, they'll be able to ask for higher premium, higher rental rates. That is the impact of it. When you have more direct flights into Nosuri, it'll mean that the tourism industry around Nosuri, around Suva, can develop. So we all have to take a long-term view. It is because of this very reason the Baini Marama government is now upgrading the road. As you would already see, the works have started from the airport down to the roundabout at Nosuri Bridge. And indeed, in a few years' time, there'll be another 4-laning of road that'll link the airport to the other side once we are able to finalize the land issue. So I urge everyone, including the landowners, including AFL, CAF, Fiji Link, Fiji Airways, to look at the big picture, look at what we all can achieve as partners, as collaborators, in order to be, if we are able to develop this entire airline industry in Fiji and indeed in Nassori. So ladies and gentlemen, I think I'd like to finish off there, but I'd like to thank, before I do so, the board and the management of Fiji Airways. Many of you may not know, only a few years ago, Fiji Airways recorded a loss of in excess of $90 million. And the following year, a loss of in excess of $60 million. Today, this airline is making money. It is making profits. Those profits not only go as dividends to the government, but now the staff of Fiji Airways get a profit-sharing reward, if you call it. Because if the airline does well, apart from getting the salary, they also get a profit-sharing formula that's applied to them, and they get that additional money, which is very good for them. And indeed, the staff are the very strength of the airline. As the Tourism Fiji would tell you, and the Fiji Airways would tell you, the Fijian experience begins when a person boards the aircraft, whether it's in LA, Hong Kong, Sydney, Auckland, because they immediately see Fijian crew and the bullet spirit commences from there. They don't even have to come to Fiji. So the staff, the crew, and indeed the crew now for Fiji Link will be the strength of the airline. And I'd like to congratulate them all, and I think we should all put our hands together for this entire team that managed to put this all together for us. Please. We look forward to the function tonight, where the Fiji Link will be officially launched, and I'm sure that we all agree that we have a bright future ahead of us with the wonderful team that we've got. I'd like to also in particular acknowledge Stefan, the CEO, who's brought about his German efficiency and his German knack for keeping the financials and everybody in a straight line. And I'm sure that under his leadership, we'll go forge ahead wonderfully. Vinaka Vakalewa, and have a good day. Vinaka.